Avoid blowing your trading account to bits. There is a way for you to never ever blow another trading account again. There is a way for you to stop losing money every day trading. And there absolutely is a way to turn everything that you're doing around. So everything stops working against you and starts working for you. Instead of your results trending towards the downside and losing everything, we follow a 4 simple step process that everybody I've ever shared this with has gotten incredible results for their efforts. I want your results trending towards the upside and finally getting consistent profits for your efforts. It doesn't take a comprehensive Forex trading course to do that at all. We keep it simple, 4 steps. This is so key to talk about because a lot of what you see out there is nonsense. And no one is going to share what I want to reveal to you, because when you do see that, you won't buy anyone else's shit. This insight, by the way, needs to be shared without putting it behind a paywall. This is for people who want to constantly stop losing money, save time, have a plan, and move forward by finally knowing what to do. 4 steps to get the right process for consistent profits. Why is this important? See what happened over the weekend? How many got caught up in all that bullshit that happened on the weekend? Chaotic volatility over the weekend in the markets. Now, the most important time that you need to understand what to do is right now. If you yourself have had enough and you say, that's it, I want to do something about it. I want to make a change. I want to finally understand what to do. I want to know the process to become consistently profitable. And yes, that is possible for you in a shorter time than you can imagine, by the way. Then I would be honored to be the one to share that with you and to show you what the process is, and more importantly, how to implement it. In 20 minutes, I'll design a plan around you and your lifestyle. We will go over the truth to profits together and to get you on the right action steps in the right way to turn your trading around. That is what we want to do. If that's you, I highly encourage you to hit the link below. Choose a suitable time with me so you and I can get you the results you deserve to have. And I do wish that for you. Now is more important than ever. All right? Other than that, there's nothing too much happening today in the market, so I've decided to show you today's Star Live trading room with the private clients that we do trade live in front of every single day, London market open, as there are some important talking points to go over. Market opened around that level there. And the thing is, when the market opens like this, now here's typically what happens. The market opens at this level, and then your average trader, you know who they are, right? 90% of retail traders, they come into the markets here. And your average trader is going to look at this, and the only and this candle doesn't exist, by the way. Right? It doesn't exist. And they look at this, and the first thing they pay attention to, the first thing they look at is this. Right? This big move. Now, we're on the daily time frame here, and we're looking at Kiwi yen. They see this big drop, and they're counting, wow, if I just buy it up right here, I could potentially make 1,000 pips, right? That is what's going on in the mind of a lot of average traders. What is the problem with that? The problem is every single one of these guys trying to buy it up here are just absolutely getting destroyed. So we're looking at, and here's the wick as well. We're looking at all these buys that are coming in. Yes. And that wick is just hitting all those buys, hitting all the buys at the moment. Excuse me. That's why it's done that. It's come down and it hit all those orders, bang, 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 bang. And then the wick, and then you're left with the wick because price action gets sucked up. And what's happening here is everybody is losing around 400 pips. So if you made 200 pips last week and you're doing really well, and you come into the markets and you tend to get greedy with this and you're looking at that and all you're focusing on is buys, this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is how a majority of people are getting in trouble with their trading. That is what's going on. A lot of people get in trouble with their trading right here because they're looking at and focusing on nothing but the upside stuff, right? As professional traders, we are risk managers first and foremost. All we want to do when we're trading is manage our risk. That's all you want to focus on. You do not want to focus on profits. All you want to do is focus on really good risk management. Because if you can come into the markets and you can do that every day with discipline, the byproduct of doing that correctly is you're going to have profitable results throughout your entire trading. Because think about this. If you have tested your strategy, you know it's half right, you have a positive risk to reward profile, you gain more when you're right than when you lose, so your averages, you knowing your averages, you have faith in what you were trading works because you believe that over time, those averages are going to play out in your favor. That is what's giving you the edge. So coming back to being good risk managers, we just focus on that. The byproduct of doing that is you're going to have profitable results anyway, because full circle, the averages are going to play themselves out. We took this trade last week. We had a very good risk to reward profile. We came down, hit our entry, and I think we got about 76 pips right there on target one. So 76 pips is good. That's great. And we only achieved that because we're following the plan. We're coming in and day out and just trading the plan. So we didn't get the opportunity to get follow-on targets at target two, then the breaks. That's what happens. That's the nature in what we call trading. So we come down, well, the reason why this happened is after you come up and hit target one, you want to take off half of your position. Yes? So you want to take off half of the contract, roll stops. So this was your stops. You want to roll stops to break even. Okay. And then some right there. Because you want to count for the spread, right? Price action comes back. You want to get out at break even, not negative. And that's what happens. So we come back down, we hit our entries right here again, and we got out for 1 pip. Right? That's it. Nothing we can do after that. We are out of the position. Can't take it again because we executed the trade. When we did, we had our edge. And now after the trade, after it's played out, we're back to square one. Right? And then we get to do it all over again. Right? Good. But with the yen across the board, it is just absolutely getting hammered right now. So anywhere you sold here, you would have been doing incredibly well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 9 hours, right? If you sold anywhere, you would have been making a killing. The problem I have with that is I can't sell I just can't come in here and start selling or whatever based off what's going on out there, all the talking heads, noise, news, fundamentals, events, and all this. I can't come in and do that because I have to. Again, being consistently profitable comes down to only emphasize, highlight, underline, exclamation mark, circle. Only comes down to following the plan, following the process. Yes. That's what it comes down to. So you can't come in here and start buying or selling however which way you want. When you do that, it is never going to work for you. Now, if you did do that, if you came into the markets today and you sold it and you did make money, it's not because you were a good trader. You didn't make money because you were a good trader. You didn't make money because you are a smart trader. It's actually quite the opposite. You got lucky right there. You come into the markets today and you sell based off what you saw on the news, based off the fundamentals, based off the events. If you come in today and you sold the markets and you made a ton of money, it's not because you are a good trader at all. It's because you got lucky. That's it. Because anything could have happened, right or wrong. Come on, we all know that. Anything could have happened when the market opened. But the point that I'm trying to make here is when you come into the markets and you sell this, there was no plan that you followed. There was no rule set or criteria that was met that gave you permission to sell it. So if you sold it based off the fundamentals and it moved towards the downside and you got 200, 300 pips and you made a lot of money, it's not because you were a professional trader. It's not because you were smart, right? It's because you just got lucky on a flip, on a guess. That's it. There is no case for entry here. Unless price action matched your criteria to take the trade, it was a bad trade. But if you come into the markets and it matched your criteria and you sold it and you made money, that was a good trade. Yes, that is smart, coming in and trading the plan every day. Yes, that is good that you made a lot of pips, which are profits for you because you came in and followed the plan. That is good. But unless you did that, that was not good. And one of the worst things that can happen with that is you now condition yourself with bad habits, with bad behavior. Because if you did come in here and you sold it without a plan, no case for entry, and then you went on and hit targets or you made profits with that move, you've now reconditioned yourself that you got rewarded for that. So then you start conditioning yourself that, oh, if I do that, the next time I do that, it may work out really well for me. It may work out again in that way. See what's happening? So the likelihood that you were going to do that again skyrockets. It's exponential. That equals bad habits. The next time you do it, you get lucky again. You make profits. That's great. The problem is, it's not testable, verifiable, and predictable. Again, that is everything that I've been talking about. For weeks, months, years. Testable, verifiable, and repeatable. So you make money by not following a plan, That action was profitable for you. You've conditioned yourself to do that again. And then one day, one of those events is going to turn south on you. You're not going to like it. You will double down. You will buy back in or sell again. You will start to revenge trade. You'll end up chasing the markets. And you're going to lose everything. And ultimately blow up that account of yours. Aren't you? Because now you have bad habits. Because you got rewarded for stupidity. That's what happens. Now we end up like 90% of other traders with no plan, no historical performance based off a testable, verifiable, and repeatable process that they've gone and verified for themselves that it has a 50% strike rate with a positive risk reward profile. You average more than you win. You trade that every single day with discipline. You get rewarded for following the plan. Now you move out of the 90% into the top 10%. The first trader is not going to be consistently profitable. The second trader is going to be consistently profitable. Short-term gains by being lucky with over-leveraged accounts will end up being blown to bits. And you know that. The disciplined trader that just followed the plan day in and day out will still have their account and still trade the next day, the next week, the next month, the next year, because they are now a consistently profitable trader. Because they have an edge. And when they come to the markets with that edge, they are disciplined and consistent in trading that day in and day out. Byproduct of doing that is profits for you. Right, so just an important note today to make. Again, the takeaway there is to have a strategy that is robotic as possible, that you've made into a system, and you follow that because you've tested it, you've verified it has an edge, and you repeat that every day, and then you get results. So this right here, Aussie yen 1 hour time frame towards the downside, just absolutely getting destroyed with the yens across the board. Now with this trade here, well, we didn't get our entry, did we? Price action didn't come up and complete that pattern. Therefore, we can't trade it and we can't get involved in any move. But we followed the plan. Emphasize over and over because it's important, right? So what do we do then? Well, you just get rid of the analysis and you start all over again, right? And there's nothing to do here. Just be patient and wait, right? That's all we do. That's all we do. Nothing to trade here. Nothing to trade here. I told you, it's just, yeah, it's a quiet one. This one is unfortunate, similar to the other one just before. We almost got an entry here. Almost got an entry, and that would have paid off, but it didn't. Now price action continuing to head towards the downside. Nothing we can do with this one either. Pound yen all the markets are volatile. What's going on here? Oh, there we go. So delete that analysis and then start all over again. What's happening? Nothing. Okay. We missed out on a trend continuation trade entry here, right? Price action didn't come back up into that level. That's unfortunate. But it was a trend continuation trade towards the downside. Yeah, I missed out on about 80 pips there. That's just human error, right? So missed out on that one there. But that was, a trend continuation trade towards the downside. Big wick right here. Crazy. That's on the pound dollar 4 hour. What do we do now? Nothing. Again, see, a nice slow moving markets for today. And then euro yen 4 hour. Nothing here either. It's very rare that I come in and do my analysis and there's nothing on the board. But today, Star Traders, all I can tell you is there's nothing on the board today. But I did want to hit on some important notes, which I think we covered, and that's good. So at least there's something to write down and to take home that is going to give you something to think about in your journey to becoming a consistently profitable trader. But for now, as it stands, is there any opportunities for us? No, there is not. And some days we come into the markets and we don't get to trade that day. And that's it, right? Then the breaks. That's what happens. And then with this one, with the Kiwi dollar on the daily, unfortunate that we didn't stay in the position there. Got stopped out for break even. So we don't get a potential move towards a 618, unfortunately. With that, yeah. But that is about it for today. 1 second. But I trust that this is good. But yeah, we'll see what happens with this. All right. But that's it for today. So have a wonderful day and stay amazing as you are always. Be safe, enjoy life, and I'll talk to you soon. I'll see everyone tomorrow at 8 a.m. bright and early for another training session.